Okay, ladies and gents, so for the second of these videos, we're talking to Matthew. Matthew, would you like to talk a little bit about your role on Empires of the Undergrowth?
Sure. So, my name's Matt, like Mike said, and I'm sort of like the project overview guy. I understand the engine very well, and I'm the guy who coordinates all the components of the engine together from the top and make sure everything works. But most of my time, other than that, so that makes up about a third of my time. The other 2/3 of the time, I'm working on visual aspects of Empires of the Undergrowth, whether that be artwork generation or dealing with the in-engine generation of graphical content, working on shaders and the like. So everything you see in Empires of the Undergrowth, well, a good 99% of it normally originates with me and my work.
Yeah, you're basically doing the proper work, and the other two are just kind of...
Nah.
Of course, yeah. So talking about that, how have you found doing artwork for this project? Because you're not an artist by trade as such, are you?
I was always interested in it. All my university projects, while being computer science projects, they always did have a strong element of graphical output. They were always something that... It was always something I was interested in, so when it came to this project, it was something that I really wanted to get my hands dirty with and take onwards. And the art was always something I liked doing as a youngster. You know, it was something I also did in my spare time for university privately. So it's really exciting that I've got this opportunity, and also the subject is something that, you know, I'm really interested in. At school, I was sort of obsessed with bugs. I brought in all the books and magazines to school. I was the weird kid with the plastic terrarium who would collect almost like a zoo of insects at lunchtime and bring them into the classroom. And you know, I've got to be thankful to my teachers for letting me bring those into the classroom, because looking back, that must have been quite strange. But yeah, I like this.
You were destined to make this game, mate. You were absolutely destined to. Okay, so speaking of big insects and creepy crawlies and such like, tell us a little bit about the Titan battles, because this is one of the most exciting things, I think, that hasn't really been done yet in the new engine. We haven't seen it yet. On the screen now, I'm going to be showing a little bit of stuff that was done in the old engine, which you guys made from scratch. But tell us about how these are going to work in the game.
So yeah, Titans are a concept we've been working on for a good while now, since the inception of Empires of the Undergrowth, because it's really something you see a lot of in documentaries about ants. And so let me be clear, when I talk about Titans, we're talking about large insects, arachnids, maybe crabs, anything huge compared to an ant, really, which is a lot of things in the Undergrowth. And in the game, these huge menaces, these Titans, will perhaps be on the map somewhere waiting for you to provoke a fight, or maybe they'll come suddenly out of the blue and cause you trouble. Maybe they'll be set on a timed event, and you'll want to send out your forces to defeat them and pull them down. And it will take quite a substantial force every time, and you'll probably lose a big chunk of your force, but in exchange you'll get a really decent source of food, which will last a while. So there's huge benefits to be made, but at a cost, of course.
Of course. Now that's the Titan battles. It's kind of something that it separates, because you are making a game. You have to do things that are a bit different from reality in order to make a game. In reality, the ants will probably just demolish anything in their path.
Yeah.
But obviously, you have to make these things formidable for it actually to be a game.
Yeah, that's a real challenge for us. But it is something we'll be doing. I mean, there will be It's one of the systems we're currently working on as we speak, and it's in the early implementation stage, and so I have to be careful what I commit to say.
Yeah.
There are certain ways that the Titans are used in the levels.
Yeah.
Still a little bit uncertain. So, for example, it may be that if you can't take down the Titan within a certain time limit, say how long it takes to crawl across the map, and if it escapes the map, you lose all the ants that the Titans back, for example. So, you know, in ways like that, you can end up not taking down the Titan, and therefore, sure, it didn't wipe you out, but you lost the food source because perhaps you challenged it too early before you could build up a strong enough force.
Gotcha. So it's not always going to be an either or. You have to defeat it or you lose. There'll be like consequences for not defeating it.
Yeah, I imagine.
In some level, obviously every level will be different, which is a great thing about this game. It's not going to be just like the creeps from Warcraft 3, where you know. Right. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Right. Okay. So I've asked the other guys this as well. How do you find working collaboratively, remotely, because you're not all in an office?
Okay. I'd be interested to hear what the other two say. I quite like it. I miss seeing my colleagues on a regular basis. Face-to-face contact is a real problem, but also when I work in the office with them, because sometimes we do get together, it's quite distracting, so I do enjoy being on my own. We also have some great technology to hand, so we use Perforce for source control, and there's online cloud based hosting for that we're taking advantage of, so we're lucky to be living in an age where things like that exist, and they are affordable for us. Similarly, we've got Skype, of course, if we need to have webcam to webcam conversation. But there's a system called Slack that we use as well, and I don't know what we'd do without Slack. On paper it sounds so simple, like you could just recreate it with something else, or maybe just Skype, but actually it's been a real help for us.
Absolutely. How else would you share memes with each other when you should be working? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what have you found to be the most technically challenging thing personally? And I'm talking from a kind of coding or just problem-solving kind of point of view. Is there anything that sticks out for you?
The funny thing about your question is everything. There have been loads of challenging things. Some days, for days on end, you're swearing at your computer and in fury at why something isn't working as you expect. But then when you've conquered it, you forget about it. It falls into the past. And I'm sure there are loads of things. I should have kept a list. I could have gone through it for the next 30 minutes. But really, I guess the most challenging things are most benign things, I guess. Optimization.
Yes.
Optimization is hugely difficult.
Yeah, this refers to this refers to unnecessary calculations and renderings, which are just eating up resources and slowing the game down.
Yeah.
So finding those, yeah.
It runs well on our computers, but our computers mine is at least very, pretty advanced, and I'm pretty sure the same goes for the other two. So we need to really try our best to make sure it also runs well for poorer hardware. And that's a real challenge. At the moment, like I already said, it's hard to think of the challenges I had in the past, but I'm already anticipating the challenges I will have in the future. And probably the biggest problem to come up in the near future will be the Titans, really. Dealing with the Titans, making sure they look alright as they move across the map, and they don't walk weirdly over rocks or stuff. Yeah,
that's going to become, with your also being in charge of animations and artwork.
Oh, yeah.
In this brand new engine, which is very advanced, you're going to have to make sure everything's, fidelity-wise up there.
Pretty challenging, and also getting the ants on the back of the Titans requires a little bit of trickery on our part. So there's no easy, simple way built into the Unreal Engine 4, because it's quite an unusual problem. Okay, and then finally, let's just have a look at. We showed this a week or so ago. Let's have a look at this poster that you've made. Now, I have to say, Matt, that it's been a joy to watch you come on as a digital artist. You've improved hugely over the last couple of years, and it's amazing. This poster, I've said, would work very well as box art, and it'd look great on a wall, and I can't wait to have it on my wall, to be honest. Yeah, yes, it would be quite nice to see that. I mean, I put a lot of effort into it for an exhibition at the end of March.
EJX Res, come along, guys, if you're in London.
Yeah, only to find out that I'd misread the dimensions that were required for our order. So I thought it was 2 single posters of that aspect ratio. Instead, it's one double poster with a bit more space between them. Yeah. So I've had to submit a completely different, somewhat rushed, screenshot-based poster for that. And
we'll be showing that one off soon, yeah, because I think that one looks fantastic as well. But just a little hint for anyone who's sharp-eyed. You'll see a few things in this poster that haven't been shown in the game yet. We've got honeypot ant repletes there. Yep. And we have driver ants, I believe.
Yeah, Doralus molestus.
Yeah.
My Latin is not very good, but that's how I know them by their scientific name.
There we go. So those obviously will be in the game eventually. Not quite yet, guys, but get in there. Okay, and I think that's it. So thanks very much for your time, Matthew.
It's been a real pleasure.
Yep, and on tomorrow's one, we'll be talking to John. Okay.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.